The only other place other than jail where you'll see black and brown people fighting is in Wakanda Forever. It's the clash of the kingdoms, man. Before we dive into it, if you already saw the movie, don't spoil it, but leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing. And if you want to see some comics that Marvel recommends reading before you watch the movie, just to elevate your experience and give you just some more insight and depth to the Black Panther character, then you can check that out in the description below, as well as some cool Black Panther Funko Pop merch to add to your collection. So we find ourselves in the release week for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and let me say, it is a very powerful, emotional, a very nice tribute to Chadwick Boseman. We kind of felt that coming because of all the marketing and all the reports of Marvel just completely being against recasting Chadwick Boseman, which whether they did or not, I mean, it's totally up to them. It's not such a crime, but that's how much of an impact Chadwick made for the character. And this movie felt as if it was completely focused on him. No matter what went on with the story, it didn't feel as if it was focusing on somebody else, as if trying to pass the mantle to someone, because no matter what happened, it was just all about the people. Even though there's a certain someone that it seems that's kind of the obvious choice of who will take up the mantle, it didn't feel as if it was their movie. It was more of two kingdoms just trying to battle it out, just trying to survive. This movie is just a survival movie. Everyone is just trying to do the best for their people. And that's what I really like, because it makes it even harder to sympathize with either side. This is the last movie for Phase 4, so there was no room for failure. So I like the fact that we can close out this phase, which is not the best. I think it's obvious that it's the worst. We can close this phase out with this very, very emotional and impactful movie. And watching this, other than the emotional part of the loss of Chadwick Boseman, it actually felt like a Marvel movie, how it felt in the first few phases. It felt like a movie that would come out in those first 10 years of the Infinity Saga. I didn't really see it so much of a movie that was trying to do more of the fantastical side of things, how Marvel's trying to do right now. It honestly felt out of place. I felt like this movie just did not belong in Phase 4. It belonged in the Infinity Saga as opposed to the Multiverse Saga. But then, and just when I was like, man, I'm really enjoying this, finally no humor, we can have some good storytelling, nice action. Sure, we might have a little joke here and there, but then we have just a few moments. At least they kept in minor. At least they kept in minor with the whole humor and the jokes at the wrong time. Just when everything is starting to get tense, we have a serious moment, and yeah, they have to throw in a joke. And that's mainly with the character Riri Williams. I think, like, if you're trying to make a good impression, to me, it's like, why do they have to make her try and be like, just too funny? Making other movie references, making jokes at the wrong time, just trying a little bit too hard, just ruining the intensity of the scene. And yeah, I mean, typical Marvel fashion, right? They even had one moment with Namor where he seemed intimidating, and then it went silent for like a brief second. I was like, here we go, here it comes. And yeah, he threw in a joke. Speaking of Namor, Tenoch Huerta as Namor was great. He was fantastic. The fact that they changed where he's from, he's usually from Atlantis, he's from somewhere called Tenoch, somewhere where he's from has Aztec and Mayan roots. It really made it feel like this huge, big cultural movie, this clash of cultures. Not the cultures themselves that they're fighting, it's just the people. You get to see a lot of different backgrounds. You feel like you are seeing two different worlds. And I personally didn't feel like Namor just added on to Marvel's villain problem, because they actually give him a motive instead of making him just someone that is like, okay, here's your villain, you're supposed to hate him, so yeah, go off and kill people. No, he actually has some good reasons where you're like, okay, if I was in his position, I would probably do the same thing. But at the end of the day, you just can't help but watch this movie and just all you're thinking about is Chadwick Boseman throughout the whole time. Because throughout the whole film, you see how much his loss impacted the rest of the MCU timeline. That just all these characters, you see how much it impacted, which makes it feel a lot more real, especially during all these funeral scenes. You kind of forget that you're in a movie. It feels so real, and I'm pretty sure all these actors didn't even have to put that much effort, because this is a real life thing. And let me tell you, I have not been to a movie in a while where the theater is actually quiet. Like, you don't even hear popcorn, you don't hear no bags of chips or snacks. It was actually quiet during these moments. And as for the end credit scene, there's only one. Let me save you guys the time. Don't stick around till all the way to the end. No, after just the main credits that have visuals, That's the only end credits you're gonna see. Don't expect a second one. I'm saving you time. So in the end, I will say that Black Panther Wakanda Forever is definitely a collectible. If you want to see how the movie compares to similar events that happen in the comics, then click somewhere right here if you're watching in the future. Alright, so Black Panther Wakanda Forever, if you've seen it or if you're going to see it, then go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep watching this channel and keep watching movies.